Death of Slim Shady became Eminem's 11th #1 album by dethroning Taylor Swift's Tortured Poets department. In this video, we are going to reveal 6 important details you missed in the Death of Slim Shady. 1. There was a huge marketing misfire. Eminem's last 2 albums were surprise drops and did great commercially. The Death of Slim Shady was the first Eminem album in 6 years where he some efforts to promote it. The first promo included a detective narrating the death of Slim Shady, with cameos from 50 Cent and Eminem himself. The lead single Houdini caused massive excitement among fans as it was directly inspired by Eminem's 2002 single Without Me. Up to this point, everyone thought this would be a comedy album or have a lot of comedic elements like the original Slim Shady introduction album. But when the album arrived, it was more of a horror genre, reminiscent of the Heavy on Drugs Encore era or even Relapse Slim Shady. Though most loyal fans loved it, this marketing misfire angered many critics, resulting in mixed to negative reviews. The ratings were far lower compared to his 2020 album Music to Be Murdered By, which received generally positive reviews. 2. Juice WRLD once expressed the desire for Eminem to play Slim Shady again. Everyone knows the late Juice WRLD was a huge Eminem fan. In an interview, he expressed his desire for Eminem to hop on the role model type beats again and perform those comedic yet crazy songs. Juice praised Eminem's lyricism and creativity in making 3 different versions of the song: one clean, one dirty, and one super clean. Unfortunately, Juice didn't live to see Eminem wearing Slim Shady shoes again, but his fans were surely delighted that Eminem did this. 3. The vocal recordings of Hailie used on the track Temporary are actually from 2000-2001. These recordings were made while recording a song called My Dad's Gone Crazy from the album The Eminem Show. Many people don't know this, but My Dad's Gone Crazy reached the number 64 spot on the Billboard Hot R&B Songs chart. To this day, Hailie holds the Guinness World Record for the youngest performer to appear on the Billboard charts. She was 6 years old at the time. As Hailie was listed as an official featured artist on the track, she still receives royalties for her performance. Remember, The Eminem Show has gone 12 times platinum, selling over 27 million copies worldwide. Eminem is definitely a smart dad. 4. Almost everyone missed the Ken Keniff skit on the Death of Slim Shady. The name of the skit is Guess Who's Back, and because of obvious reasons, everybody thought this skit was for the mighty Slim Shady. But if you listen closely to Eminem's voice and all the signature Ken Homo references, it's Ken Keniff. Ken Keniff debuted on the Slim Shady LP and appeared on the Marshall Mathers LP, The Eminem Show, and some tracks on Relapse. He briefly appeared on the Marshall Mathers LP2 at the end of the track Wicked Ways. This skit from the Death of Slim Shady was very similar to the Wicked Ways skit from the Marshall Mathers LP2. Ken Keniff was also featured on animated The Slim Shady Show as a skinny guy with a long head and short red hair. 5. The chemistry between Slim Shady and Marshall Mathers that many people are unaware of. Guilty Conscience 2 will go down as one of the best storytelling songs in hip-hop history. Many people think the actual death of Slim Shady is underplayed since Slim is not just a human, but more of a supernatural character. Many people don't know that Slim Shady and Marshall shared quite a bond in the animated The Slim Shady Show. Marshall was a scrawny little introverted boy in his early teens, and Shady made sure that Marshall got everything he desired. In Guilty Conscience 2, Marshall says, "You're still mentally 13," which could have been the actual age of Slim Shady in The Slim Shady Show. If you watch The Slim Shady Show before listening to the Death of Slim Shady album, especially the Guilty Conscience 2 song, it makes a lot of sense. Eminem made sure to convey Slim Shady's frustration in giving an introverted, scrawny boy Marshall everything he desired. 6. Eminem is just a vessel for Slim Shady and Marshall Mathers to express their emotions. There is hardly any other music artist with such widespread interesting characters in their arsenal. Until now, everyone used to think that Eminem, Slim Shady, and Marshall Mathers are 3 different people. But in this album, Eminem made sure his fans know there are only Marshall and Slim Shady, the classic duality of good and evil characters. Eminem is the vessel, a rapper, an artist who finds himself at the mercy of one of these personas. Throughout his music career, either Marshall or Slim Shady had a heavy influence on him. They coexisted in his younger days, which helped propel him to great heights. Now, Marshall knows his impact can affect millions, so he makes sure that Shady never sees the light of day. You've seen this in Recovery and Revival. However, the reception of Revival pissed Marshall off and opened the gates for Shady to lash out on Kamikaze. One of his modern classics, Marshall Mathers LP2, was again mostly Shady's work, after Marshall's much-matured project, Recovery. Music to be Murdered By was the only modern Eminem project where he was able to strike a balance between these two personas. Now, Marshall has finally ended the journey of Slim Shady. It'll be interesting to see what musical direction Marshall is going to steer Eminem next. And there you have it. Which facts surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to Rap Crawlers Records for more deep dives into your favorite hip-hop topics. Also, hit that bell icon to get notified whenever we drop new content.